Budget constraint. The combination of goods X and Y that is affordable to the consumer. This can be found using the following budget equation. PYY plus PXX is less than or equal to M, where PX equals price of good X, PY equals price of good Y, X equals quantity of good X purchased, Y equals quantity of good Y purchased, and M equals income. How to find your budget line and budget set. To find your budget line and budget set, we will use the following example. M, or income, equals $200. PY, or price of good Y, equals $2. And PX, or price of good X, equals $10. First, solve for Y. Use the following equation. Y is less than or equal to M divided by PY, or quantity of good Y is less than or equal to income divided by price of good Y. Plug in 200 for M and 2 for PY and divide. This gives you 100, the maximum affordable amount of good Y that can be purchased. Plot this point on your graph. Then solve for X. Use the following equation. X is less than or equal to M divided by PX, or quantity of good X is less than or equal to income divided by price of good X. Plug in 200 for M and 10 for PX and divide. This gives you 20, the maximum affordable amount of good X that can be purchased. Plot this point on your graph. By connecting the 2 points, you have found the budget line, which represents the amounts of goods X and Y one can purchase at any point that will exhaust the consumer's income. You have also found the budget set, the triangle, which represents the bundles of goods a consumer can afford. Find your new budget set given the following example. Income equals $200, price of good X equals $10, price of good Y equals $2, quantity of X is unknown, and quantity of Y equals 20. You need to find the maximum amount of good X you can purchase, given the known income, price of X and Y, and the maximum amount of good Y purchased. Plot the quantity of known Y on your graph. To find X, take your units of Y times the price of good Y to give you the amount of income spent on good Y. That is 20 times $2, giving a total of $40 spent to purchase good Y. Then take your total income of $200, subtract the total income of $40 spent on good Y to get a remaining income of $160 to spend on good X. Then you divide the remaining income of $160 by the price of good X, which is $10, leaving you with 16 units of good X. Plot this point of good X on your graph. The orange square represents your new budget set. To find out how a change in price affects the budget line, use the following 2 examples. Example 1. Suppose the price of PX increased from $10 to $20, where income equals $200, new price of X equals $20, and price of Y equals $2. To find your new budget line with an increase in PX, take your income of $200 divided by 20, and this gives you 10 units of X. Plot the new point of X on your graph and connect your original point Y, 100, with your new point X, 10. Example 2. Suppose the price of PX decreased from $10 to $5, where income equals $200, the new price of X equals $5, and price of Y equals $2. To find your new budget line with a decrease in PX, take your income of $200 divided by 5, and this gives you 40 units of X. plot the new point of x on your graph and connect the original point y, 100, with your new point x, 40. Notice that the increase in the price of px caused a clockwise rotation in the budget line, where the decrease in the price of px caused a counterclockwise rotation in the budget line. The blue line is the initial budget line. The red line is the new budget line with an increase in px, and the green line is the new budget line with a decrease in px. Notice that the maximum amount of good y stays unchanged with an increase or decrease in the price of px.